Hi, my name is Neo and this is my story. Please like and subscribe. I was born in a small city in South Africa to the most loving parents. We weren't very rich, but mom and dad made sure I had everything a girl could want. They bought me dolls and tiaras and sparkly shoes, but I loved football. Since I had no siblings, I used to play football with the other kids in my neighborhood. And even though I was the youngest among them, I could kick their butts at every game. Go, Nia, go! That's my girl! Dad was my biggest fan. He was a real estate agent and would take me with him to houses with huge backyards. That way, I could play football while he worked. When I was in the 8th grade, Dad got me admitted into a school where his best friend, who was an awesome football coach, taught the game to the students. On my very first day, I went to the sports ground and the coach introduced me to the team. But all of them were boys, and they gave me weird looks.
Did you forget your way to the cheerleading squad, little girl?
What do you mean?
Well, this place is for tough guys like us. Leave before you run crying from here, princess.
Wait till you watch me play, and then we'll see who runs away crying. I grabbed a ball and started kicking it towards the goalpost, and they started chasing me. Just then I tackled one of the guys, and he landed on his butt while I hit the goal. Everyone cheered for me, and the coach praised me for my skills.
Whoa, that was awesome, Neo. You've got good technique. You just defeated the team captain.
Well, apparently that guy's name was Zuri. He was a senior at school and the football captain, but now he looked really embarrassed. Later that day, I was in the cafeteria getting my lunch when Zuri bumped into me, spilling his entire plate of food all over my new shirt. Are you nuts? Why would you do that?
Hey, chill. I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't even see you coming, little girl.
I bet you didn't, even when I kicked your butt in the game. Everyone gasped, and I just pushed him aside and ran to the washroom to clean up. But just then, an older girl came running out of a washroom cubicle and started screaming. Oh my God! That's blood! That's blood! You're gonna die! I can't let you die! Before I could even say anything, she pushed me to the washroom floor and started wrapping tissue paper around me. And then she almost kissed me? Whoa! Stop! What are you doing? I'm trying to give you mouth to mouth and stop the bleeding. Wait, that smells and tastes like ketchup? Ew, no, don't eat that. For a moment, there was absolute silence. But then we both burst out laughing. Her name was Erica, and she was from my class too. Wait, you're in my class? But you look way older. That's what everyone says. But Neo, it's so sad that your shirt is ruined. Let's go shopping today, and I can buy you a new one. I didn't really care about my shirt, but Erica took me on a whole shopping spree after school. She bought me 5 shirts, plus new sneakers for football. This is nice, but I really don't need all this, Erica. It's okay. I'm not exactly rich, but anything for a new friend. Well, she was a bit weird, but she was also really sweet. After that day, I started hanging out more with Erica. She dressed like a preschooler and always seemed to be bumping into things. Oh God, what just happened? But she always made me feel like a superstar. You're on the boys' football team? You're so strong, Neo. You can probably be in the Olympics one day. I don't think I'll ever be in the Olympics. But thanks, Erica. A few days later, when I was in the changing room before a practice match, a couple of girls came to me. You're the new girl, right? And you're friends with Erica? Yeah, I am. She's super sweet. Erica's also the dumbest girl on the planet. She's 16 years old and repeating 8th grade for the 3rd time. She needs help with everything. One time, she just walked out of class and decided to take a nap on the street. So she's a little different. I don't mind helping her with stuff. Suddenly, someone tapped on my shoulder, and when I turned, I almost had a heart attack. Ooh, I'm a ghost. It was Erica, and she was covered from head to toe in white paint. What are you doing, Erica? I was walking in the alley behind the school, and I tripped and fell into a big bucket of paint. So I thought I could go around scaring people now. I took Erica to the bathroom right away to clean up. Just then, I bent down to get a clean towel from my gym bag, when Erica suddenly said, Hey, what's that on your back? Why is your skin all red and lumpy here? Oh no, had my shirt been pushed up? Oh, It's nothing, Erica. I have a skin condition. I try to cover it with my clothes. It's not a big deal. By the time I finished washing Erica off, I was late for football practice. I ran off to the ground, but no one was there.
Looking for someone?
Definitely not you. Where is everyone? He told me everyone left, and I had no choice but to practice with this loser. But only a few minutes into the game, he was crushing me so bad. What was wrong? I tried my best to tackle him, but then suddenly I lost my balance and we both fell to the ground.
Coach is so not gonna let you play in the big game.
So what? You beat me one time. I'm still gonna play way better than you.
I thought we were supposed to be on the same team. How about we help each other? We can stay and play more after practice.
Fine, but only because I want us to win. From that day on, Zuri and I practiced together every day. And he was always beating my butt now. I couldn't stop talking to Erica about it at lunch. I don't get it. I used to take him down all the time. Now that idiot is always beating me. Maybe it's because you can't concentrate anymore. Because you have a crush on him. Shush! Of course I don't have a crush on him. Then why are you blushing? And you're always practicing with him now. And we never hang out anymore. Because I have a game coming up. I can't be with you all the time, Erica. But I'll come over today and help you with your science project, okay? I told Suri I wouldn't be making it to practice that afternoon, and he looked annoyed.
To help Erica with a science project? Let's face it, you'll be doing it for her. That girl's dumb.
Zuri, don't talk about her like that. She's my friend.
Trust me, Erica's a lost cause. It's hopeless trying to help her.
Erica came up behind me at that moment and put her arm through mine. Too bad, Zuri. Neo and I are hanging out today. And I'm not a hopeless lost cause. And with that, we walked away. And I went over to Erica's place to help her out. But just as I was leaving Erica's house that night, someone grabbed my shoulder from behind and I screamed.
Neo, chill, it's just me. I live a few houses away.
Who comes and grabs someone's shoulder at night, you weirdo? Why are you out anyway?
Just taking a walk. I was kinda down that you blew off our practice today. I really enjoy playing with you, even though you're a little girl.
A little girl who can play just as good as any guy. Zuri and I ended up walking all around Erica's neighborhood, and it turned out that we had a lot in common besides football. We were so busy talking, we didn't even realize that we'd made a full circle back to Erica's house.
Check it out, she has a tree swing.
Before I could stop him, Zuri jumped on the swing and started spinning. Like a child. Get down, you idiot, you're gonna break the swing. I ran to Zuri and tried to pull him off, but instead he picked me up and lifted me onto the swing. What are you doing? Put me down! Our faces were so close, and that's when I really noticed Zuri's deep blue eyes. Without another thought, I leaned over and kissed him. Suddenly, I heard a voice behind me. It was Erica. You do have a crush on him, Neo. I know, because you were always talking about him and blushing, and you couldn't concentrate on football because of him.
Oh my god.
Okay, Erica, we get it. Wait, does Zuri know about your condition? All of a sudden, Erica ran up to me and lifted up my shirt, exposing my skin condition. Neo has a skin condition, but she says it's not a big deal. You'll still like her even though she has a condition, right? Neo's still awesome. My cheeks felt like they were on fire. I wanted to disappear into thin air. I pulled my shirt down quickly and looked at Zuri, who looked shocked. And then he suddenly said,
I should get going.
Zuri walked away faster than I could blink an eye. Angry tears started flowing down my cheeks as I stood there, hating my skin condition and hating Erica. Erica, how could you do that to me? What made you think it was okay to literally show Zuri my skin condition? It was a test, silly. If he loved you with your skin condition, it would be true love. And if he didn't, that means he's garbage. And now we know he's garbage. God, you don't understand anything. What's wrong with you anyway? Nothing's wrong with me, Neo. Everything is wrong with you. You're 16 years old and in the 8th grade. Yeah, I know that. And you're always bumping into stuff and need help with everything. You're a disaster, Erica. Maybe you should just quit school because I don't think that's helping you. I regretted my words the minute I said them, but I was just so mad. Erica started to cry and ran back into her house, and I walked back home feeling terrible about everything. The next day in school, I was walking down the hallway when I saw Zuri coming towards me, and I instantly turned around to leave, but he caught up with me.
Just wait a second, will you?
No, I will not. I'm gross with my weird skin condition, remember? Just leave me alone like you did last night, thanks.
Neo, I didn't leave last night because you grossed me out. It was just Erica who freaked me out, the way she embarrassed you, even though you guys are like best friends. I didn't want to be around that. I deal with it too much at home.
What do you mean?
My mom is exactly like Erica. She wouldn't even know if her own head fell off. She can never hold a job or be a responsible adult, and she does embarrassing stuff all the time. It wasn't about you, Neo. I'm sorry I made you feel that way. Your skin condition doesn't change anything for me.
Before I could say anything, Zuri pulled me close and kissed me. I was glad Zuri and I had made up, and I wanted to apologize to Erica, but she hadn't come to school. She wouldn't even reply to my texts or calls. When she didn't even turn up the next day, I started feeling restless, and I went to her place after school. But when I knocked on her door, I was really surprised when Dad opened it.
Hey, sweetie, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here? Is Erica inside?
I don't know, honey. The owners hired me as their real estate agent because they've moved to another state.
Moved? What do you mean? They've already left? Why? He said he had no idea and there was no one else I could ask. Erica just wouldn't pick up my calls and even blocked me on social media. Just like that, she was gone for good. And I never got a chance to say sorry. Zuri tried to cheer me up, but I couldn't stop thinking about her for weeks. I dated Zuri all through high school, and we both graduated at the top of our class. While I held my diploma, I couldn't help but wonder where Erica was, or if she'd ever graduated. I went to a fancy college, and Zuri proposed to me a few years later. Life was good, but over time, my skin condition got worse. I was literally always in pain or itching, and no matter what pill or medicine I took, nothing seemed to work. I can't take this anymore. Please help me find a good doctor. Zuri and I spent days researching top dermatologists in town. One day, as we were searching online, Zuri's phone rang suddenly. It was an unknown number.
Hello? Who is this?
And suddenly, his eyes flew wide as he put the phone on speaker for me to hear too.
Erica? You mean Erica from high school? How'd you even get my number?
I just did, okay? Listen, I have to tell you something. Can you meet me today?
Yeah, okay, sure. Let's meet.
We had no idea why Erica called Zuri, of all people, but I was really curious to find out, and I really wanted to see her again. Zuri and Erica had agreed to meet at a nearby cafe, and when we got there, we found Erica sitting by herself at a table. I walked over with Zuri, and she looked really surprised to see me. Hey, Erica. I'm here with Zuri. We're married now. I came because I really wanted to talk to you. Sure, but first I want to talk to Zuri. You're welcome to join us. I want you to know too. What was happening? When we sat down, Erica turned to Zuri. I wanted to tell you that I'm a doctor's assistant now, even though it took me 10 years to finish.
A doctor's assistant?
I know you've always thought I was a lost, hopeless cause, Zuri. I never forgot your words, but that's why I wanted to talk to you. To tell you I finished school and I made it. Suddenly, I saw Zuri's eyes fill with tears and he jumped up from the table and went outside. And I leaned forward and took Erica's hand. Erica, that's brilliant, and I'm really proud of you. Thanks, Neo. You know you were my best friend, right? And you were mine. I've wanted to apologize for everything I said, Erica. But you moved away before I had the chance, and I felt terrible. I was hurt and mad and needed some space. But you know what? I realized that you were right. That school wasn't helping me much all those years. I was a mess, and I was struggling to do anything on my own. So I asked my parents to send me to a special school. Before I could answer, Zuri came running back to our table and hugged Erica.
I'm so sorry I ever made you feel like you were stupid. It's amazing what you've been able to do.
Thanks, Zuri. That's all I wanted to hear. But just at that moment, my skin started feeling all tingly, like it was burning. Minutes later, I felt like I was on fire. I started itching my back like crazy. I have to go to the emergency room. Neo, is it your skin? I work for a dermatologist, and he's amazing. It's because of your skin problem that I knew I wanted to help people in dermatology. I'll get you an appointment right away. Thank you, Erica. You're amazing, and I've missed you so much. Me too, Neo. We have so much catching up to do. But let's get you some help first.